Zentangle is a meditative art form that is a relaxing method of creating abstract art using structured patterns. It teaches and focuses on being mindful and present. Zentangle requires no artistic skills. Hello, I'm SANDHYA MANNE. I'm an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. In this channel, we talk about creating and practicing Zentangle, my own Zentangle inspired artworks and collectibles. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any videos that I post every Tuesdays and Fridays. Welcome to yet another Zentangle Mini Project. Today's focus tangle is Molygon by the founders of Zentangle, and Molygon is a lovely filler tangle. It has loads and loads of possibilities and can be explored in different ways. So I plan to use Molygon along with one other tangle for today's project. So for today's project I am using a regular white square tile with my black pen, pencil and stub. So go grab your supplies and let's get started on to tangling now. So for today's project we will be working on a regular white square tile, and I will be using my 01 black Micron, 08 or a PN, a thicker tip pen, and a pencil and a stub. So today's focus tangle is Molygon, and Molygon is a lovely tangle. It has multiple possibilities because it kind of works like a reticular wherein you can add different fragments in it. So each time you use Molygon you can create something totally different, and it just gives you so much of possibilities. So let's get started. Now for today's project I am not going to create any border and I'm not going to add any string. We're just going to get started with Molygon. So Molygon is basically this it's like a cashew nut shaped space. We're going to make plenty of these and stack it right behind one another, and that's how you build a Molygon. Okay. And don't worry about making them symmetric or perfect because no two Molygons will ever look the same. Okay, so I go around like that, and notice how I start somewhere here and then I go about till here. I'm not really going till the end of the previous Molygon, right? So I'm just going somewhere like that and I stop. So here I have a big space, so I'm going to try and fit one Molygon in that space because it's too small for two Molygons and it's not big for one, but making one big Molygon is more interesting than trying to fit in two. So there it is. Doesn't that look lovely just by itself? So now there are different things that we can do in this, and like I said, there is no one way of doing this. It just gives you a lot of opportunity to play with this. So we are going to do this simple fragment. So I'm just going to add a curve like that and an aura like that. So I'm going to do that on the other side as well, and then I leave a bit of a space and then I repeat the same thing. So a band of two lines slightly curved, and same thing I do it on this side as well. A band of two lines slightly curved. Okay, and then for the top here I am going to make a half circle like that and then aura that. and then I go about adding. Okay, so I just made a petal like that, so I'm gonna add another one. So I am trying and touching this this line that we created here, so that it looks really packed in. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that on this side as well. Okay, so now here's what I'm going to do. I am going to add lines in this space here. I'm going to repeat that on the other side. And then I'm going to add black here, here, all of these gaps and this section here. So I'm going to use my thicker tip pen. Now if you wish, you can also add circles here, but I think there's not much of a space to add circles. So I'm just going to add black, okay, and then of course we're going to add black here, and we're going to add black in these sections like that. Isn't that cute? So let's go ahead and repeat this again in the second in the next section. So I'm going to do this again. First make this band 2 lines slightly curved, like that, and then on this side too. Okay, so now I am going to add this half circle here and start adding petals. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll show you one more time. Okay, really zoomed in so you can watch me close. So again I start with a set of 2 lines, a band like that, and notice that so this line kind of ends here, and then this is little behind that, and this is kind of little behind that, like that. So that's how it is going to be. So you don't have to try and match it with this line. It doesn't have to. You need to look at it as individual pods. So don't try to kind of get influenced by what's happening around this. Just focus on what needs to be done on that particular Mollygon. Okay. if you notice, I didn't have, or rather I don't have much space to make my petals here, and which is fine. That's how it's going to be. Each one is going to be slightly different, yet they would all kind of look the same. So okay, and then I go back to add lines. So really take your time to make these lines. They're super fun and very zen. And notice how I'm giving a slight curve. I'm just basically going along that line, right? So there is a slight curve, and it kind of makes it more interesting instead of making straight lines. Okay, so there it is. Now I would use my black pen to add fillings. So I'm using a thicker pen so it can go faster. Like that. Okay, so we're going to do this, and all of them I'm going to go ahead and fill these as well, but take your time and work. Okay, so mine is all done here, and do you see how this is creating a lovely pattern in itself? So you cannot really see the Mollygons now. So okay, so now I am going to aura this space or this Molygon. So I'm going to use my thinner pen and just auraing around. So just this line just keeps going around like that, and then I take a dip here and come up, go around, take a dip there. Okay, so notice my Molygon is kind of shifted towards the side. I didn't really worry too much about centering it, and that's the fun part. So don't worry too much about centering it, just go with the flow. So now here we are going to use our next tangle, Puffle. So let's just make a note of it. Our first tangle was Molygon, and our next tangle is Puffle. So Puffle is a beautiful border pattern, and there are a couple of versions of it. So we're going to do a fun version. So I start off like this, or I just go over the line and come back like that to make a heart. Okay, and I touch this, then come down, make a heart like that. Okay, so we're going to go around this whole thing, creating these hearts. So you can also vary your hearts in different sizes. Like I have some bigger ones, some smaller ones. It looks interesting to have a non-symmetric way of creating the hearts. Right, so continuing on that, I'm almost done. Okay, so I am going to finish it like that. Okay, so this is all done. Now here's what we are going to do inside of these hearts. I'm going to pull out another heart that's kind of going like that, and goes like this, goes like that, and then maybe another one, so it depends upon how much space I have, so something like this. Okay, so let's repeat this again. So we're going to go ahead and do this in each of the hearts that we have made. So like that, you see that? So take your time to do that, don't be in a hurry. It is a slow process, but it is going to turn out beautiful. So like that. Okay, so let's take our time to do that. So here it is, all done. I love the way it looks so intense. So now here, if you notice, I have these little gaps between the aura that we created around Molygon and Puffle. So it's just random here and there. I do have that space, so I'm going to go ahead and add circles in that space. So whatever space, or if you think it's too narrow for a circle, then you can just fill it up with black. Okay, so take your time to do that. Okay, so all done. Now let's get to shading. Now if you wish, you can also do another aura line around that, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to shade right around that like that. So I'm going to put my pencil here. Okay, so I have put the pencil all around, so I'm using a stub to just blend that out. Okay, take your time to do this. It's really a fun process. Okay, so I'm almost done blending this. Now for Puffle as such, I'm just going to put my pencil right here, right where all the lines meet, so just to intensify that a bit. So do you see how it just amplifies that depth there? So that's all we want. So maybe you can just put your pencil on all of them very gently there, this point where all the lines meet, and then you can use your stub and gently just blend it out. Now I'm being very careful because that's a very small section, a very small space, and I don't want to fill it up with complete complete gray, because then it would look all muddy. So very little, just to give that emphasis of depth. That's it. Okay, so let's go around and finish that. Okay, so here it is all done. Right, now our next tangle, that is Mollygon. So now either you can do it like a continuation of this, or you can do it in like emphasizing on this pod shape. Right, so I'm going to do that. So I'm trying to give a dimension to this, like if you can see the difference between that and that. Right, so I'm going to add my pencil. On the round. Okay, so take your time, add your pencil first all around, and then use your stub to show the blending, to do the blending. I do one to kind of give you a hint of what's in store, but ideally it works best when you finish putting the pencil all around and then use your stub. So instead of doing each one after another, it's more it works better when you finish the entire section with pencil and then use the stub and go around. So this is done, so I'm just going to quietly do that. So I make sure and I try not to get my pencil onto the other side. Okay. Okay, so there it is, all done. And you see how Molygon looks very three-dimensional, right? So, and notice, as I mentioned, my Molygon or Puffle, they're not right in the center. It's kind of off-centered, and that's fine. It's just a regular fun project, so we're not going to worry about that. Okay, now if you wish, as I said, you can always give an aura line around the Puffle, but I'm just going to leave it like this. So now let's get to adding our initials or signature and journaling the style. So I am going to add my full name here, so it's going to go on like this. Okay, and okay, so today's date is 6th of November 2020, and this is YouTube. Focus flight. Right, and we worked with Tangle, Molygon and Puffle. So there it is, all done. Now I quickly wanted to mention about the workshop that is that will be starting from Sunday, which is 8th of November, and this workshop is consists of 3 classes. This is exploring Zendalas, which is in continuation of our Zendala Joy series from the YouTube. So in this workshop, which consists of 3 classes, so which we will be doing in 3 alternate Sundays, we will be focusing on creating our own Zendala string using the markers. We will learn how to pick and choose our tangles that would go well on our Zendalas, and we will also learn a different technique of enhancing the Zendala tile in each of the classes. So it is going to be a fun session. It's on a Zoom live, so we will be doing this at 7:30 p.m. India time, but which is actually US, UK and Europe friendly time. So I will share the link in the description, so do check out for the details, and I will be saving the recording for a limited period of time. So when you sign up and for some reason you're not able to join or there are tech issues, so the recording will be there for a limited period of time. And so the payment you register through signing up onto my on my website, which accepts international cards, but for some reason you want to use PayPal, pay by PayPal, then please do get in touch with me and I will share my PayPal details, so you can sign up using the PayPal. And do let me know if you have any further questions. I will be happy to answer you, and I will see you soon. Hope you had fun creating this project with me. I would love to see your creations, so head on to our Facebook group Zenbees, where all the after party fun happens. Share your creations there and check out the beautiful works by other Zenbees. If you're sharing your works on social media, then please do tag me at SANDHYA MANNE or hashtag Tangle with Sandhya, so I get to see your lovely works there and I do stop by to comment. A quick note, these videos and these projects are for your personal use, and no part of these can be used for any kind of commercial purposes. To understand the Zentangle method and to get started on your own Zentangle journey, email me to get information about my group classes or to schedule your private sessions. Slots for the month of November are now open. I do a Facebook Live every Friday at 10 a.m. India time on my Facebook page, which is SANDHYA MANNE Studio. Do join me there and let's tangle together real time. Now it's time to comment, so please comment below and let me know how you enjoyed this project, because that really helps me plan out my next set of videos. Also, it's time to show some love, so hit that like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. If you really enjoyed this project, then please do like the video and subscribe to the channel, because that really helps me more than you know, and that is all I ask from you. Now I will see you next on Tuesday in String Safari. Until then, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.